Hello, Andrea here, the Catholic Gardener. So today I just wanted to talk to you guys about one of my favorite things to grow, and that is flowers. So I've been growing flowers for the past 4 or 5 years, and I've learned a lot, but I'm still learning. I absolutely love flowers, and I love a variety of flowers. I'm not particularly fond, at least at my home, to have just a uniform looking type flower bed. Mine is kind of all over the place because I really just love variety. And so I just wanted to show you what I'm growing and my experiments and kind of what I'm still experimenting on and trying to figure out what I want to grow in around my home. So I will show you what I have. I went to the farmer's market today and I keep finding things to plant. And I was at Lowe's yesterday and found some flowers on sale, so I'm planting more of those too. But these are little Johnny jump ups, and I have a special reason for why I chose those, and I'll explain that later. Okay, so up here in the can I have some petunias and these pretty little blue flowers. They're supposed to also be red petunias in here, but I'm waiting for those to come back. Kind of the little red, white, and blue theme I have there. And I have over here, there's my St. Francis statue, and I'm going to go back to him and talk a little bit more about him in detail. But I'm a huge fan of daisies. I love daisies, and they're blooming really beautifully right now, looking absolutely gorgeous. Just to kind of get a close-up. They are so pretty. And some more petunias. These are my balloon flowers. I've had these for, gosh, close to 4 or 5 years now. They're beautiful. I love, so the balloon flowers, they kind of look like these little balloons, and then they open up into a really beautiful flower. And these are going to be black-eyed Susans. I planted those this year. And I have Purslane in here, which I'm trying to grow, and they have the most beautiful flowers when the sun is out. So I might have to try to show you that when the sun is actually shining on them. They look like really pretty tropical flowers. More daisies. I love these daisies. Some yarrow back there that I planted this year. Some more balloon flower. I saw a bee on this one earlier today. More daisies. These are miniature roses down there. I have some cosmos in a pot, and they're not liking the hot sun lately. I love cosmos. I have quite a few of them out in my vegetable garden too. And then I have some lavender. This is a little plant I bought last year. I need to deadhead some of these already. There's some Salvia and Vincas, which I love. Poor little yellowing leaves. I had to give it some nitrogen this week. But these I love because they look like little tropical flowers, like little Hawaiian flowers. And their leaves look tropical too. And they're so easy to grow. They love the sun. Very low maintenance. Some butterfly weed that I planted again this year. I did have one that came back. I didn't think it did, but I'll have to look for that and show you. But more daisies. Now I want to show you something. I've pointed this out in another video, but this is a daisy plant I bought at Lowe's a number of years ago. And I want you to look at the difference in the height and how much there is of this one compared to these. These are ones, excuse that motorcycle. These are ones that I grew from seed. Look at the difference. Definitely grow from seed. Makes a huge difference. More lavender, which I love the smell of. Just want to pick one of these and just smell it. Oh, it just smells so amazing. I love it. And then more balloon flowers, more petunias, And here's the Johnny Jump Ups that I added. They're not liking the heat too much right now, but hopefully with the rain this weekend, they'll like that a little better. The cooler temperatures, hopefully. And some begonias on the end over here. But this is my little flower garden that I have in my front part of my house. And these balloon flowers, there's going to be a lot more coming into bloom here over the next week, I bet. Aren't they beautiful? So here are the flowers I was telling you about from the Purslane. They are just so beautiful. I really love them. There's more of like a purpley one on this one. I love that one. And then over here, let's see, I think this one's kind of like a purpley one too. But they're so pretty, and there's usually more than this too. There'll be more as the sun kind of shines on it. And then my butterfly weed that I didn't think was coming back, came back. Here it is. So I'm so excited because I can't wait to see some beautiful monarchs in the fall. Okay, so a little bit about St. Francis. He was a really incredible saint. He lived in, or he was born in the the late 1100s and then died in the early 1200s. He is the founder of the Franciscan order. He had so many, just a miraculous life. He was born in a rich family, and his father was very rich, and when he had this close encounter with God, he decided to give up his life of riches and to live very humbly and, poor, kind of gospel poverty, if you will. And he had an experience once where he was in front of the crucifix praying in the church that he had thought that God was wanting him to rebuild. And he actually received the stigmata. And a lot of you probably aren't familiar with the stigmata. The stigmata is when someone experiences the wounds of Christ. So he had wounds in his hands and in his feet, and even in the side, I believe. So he experienced that for a number of years. He was just an incredible person. He really loved nature. He was very close to nature. He also was very close to animals. He would refer to dogs as being brother dogs, or the birds as, sister birds. And he would be often seen preaching to the birds and preaching to the birds about Jesus, and about our faith, our Catholic faith. But he was just an incredible saint, and he actually is important to our family because we have actually asked for his intercession many times, and he actually helped our dog Oscar in one situation. And I'll have to share that sometime with you because that's kind of a whole nother video, I think. But yeah, we love having this statue of St. Francis out here. We actually found him at an estate sale, and I was just so excited. My husband messaged me, and he's like, there's a St. Francis statue. Do you want it? And I think it was only $15. And I was like, yes, grab it, because it's not very often that you can find a decent little statue like this, garden statue, for a good price like that. And I don't know who the wonderful family was that owned it before, but I'm so glad that I get to reap the benefits of having this beautiful statue in my garden. And he looks out for my flowers and the birds, and actually there is a bird nest up in our door. I'm telling you, they just want to be close to St. Francis. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about him. We wish that we could have a Marian statue out here, but all the ones we've looked at are pretty pricey, and so we're kind of waiting for just the right price to be able to have a good Marian statue out here with St. Francis. But I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about this incredible saint. There were so many other wonderful things that he did in his life that still carries on to this day. But I'm going to leave his prayer at the end of this video. It's a very beautiful prayer. So I encourage everybody, any Christian or anybody, to say this prayer. It's an absolute beautiful prayer. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.